coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. As Southwest TV News continues our series on profiling the candidates running for City Council, today we'll focus on the 3 individuals running for mayor. Starting in December, Swift Current residents will now pay an annual levy for the new long-term care facility known as the Meadows. Back in 2011, the City of Swift Current initiated the design of a transportation master plan. Mayor and Council have approved the fee of $56,520 to WSP to update the plan. Thanks for joining us here today. October 26th is Election Day across Saskatchewan for all municipalities. And in our top story, we introduce you to the candidates running for mayor in the City of Swift Current. Over the past several weeks, candidates for Swift Current City Council have been on the campaign trail and attending public forums, asking for your vote on October 26th. As Southwest TV News continues our series on profiling the candidates running for City Council, today we'll focus on the 3 individuals running for mayor. Maria Rose Lewins is a journeyman plumber and owns her own plumbing company. Originally from Shaunavon, she moved to Swift Current in 2005. Since then, she's taken a vital interest in the community and chose to run for the position of mayor in this election, with a number of points in her campaign.
Well, what I've heard from people that come in, they really like the kind of laid-back pace almost. They like that it's kind of smaller than their big cities they're coming from, even Regina. So it's kind of why you question, like, do we want to grow into one of those cities that people want to escape from? But I really like, we got a good art scene and culture, and I think that's great. And a lot of small businesses, which I think is awesome. And it'd be good to encourage small entrepreneurs and what we can do. Like, I don't really like big box stores coming in. I mean, they have their place, but I think if we could do it with small businesses, because when they come in, it's going to impact our other businesses.
She further adds that being part of the election process has been a great learning experience and has increased her overall admiration for the community in general.
You get to know more of what other people are doing in the community, because there's a lot of people doing good stuff in this community and making it better. So I think it's finding those people, working with them, and doing what we can to make this a destination, or make this a place where, yeah, people are proud of, people want to raise their families.
Our next candidate vying for the job of mayor is Kathy Fraser. Kathy Fraser grew up in British Columbia and moved to Swift Current in 2006. She's owned numerous restaurants throughout the years across Western Canada and managed kitchens for various hotels and other organizations. Now the kitchen manager for Soup and Sunshine in Swift Current, Fraser is stepping into the political arena with hopes of winning the voters' confidence as the new mayor. With a business background and a general sense of caring for the community, she would address the following areas in the next 4 years.
Make sure that the department heads know that they have to really start looking at their budgets and everything. I would say automatically mayor and council a freeze on their wages, and just go from there and get the general feel of what's happening, how it's happening and everything like that. Make sure the city runs properly, and then find out ways. You've got 600 other members in that to get their ideas too. One person can't run the whole ship. It takes everybody in that. I'd like the community involvement too, as to different ways they figure the city should go, and maybe possibly get the debt down and everything. The more people feel involved with their city, the more pride and the more they feel towards the city.
She further adds that Swift Current is a great place to operate a business and would like to attract more people to the city in the coming years.
To cultivate more business and more events coming in is fantastic. The gas plant will be really good. It should, from my understanding, employ about 50 regular people. Maybe some will be from town. Maybe other families will move in. We've got a great hospital, schoolings, the Meadows, a very good basis. And mayor and council have done a great job in many, many ways in that to promote this and bringing it forward in that. And I commend them for that. I think that as we go along, I don't know about the 25,000 people 2025, because As I said at the forum, I'm very concerned property taxes, different things might deter from that. And I think that we might have a hard time even keeping the population we have now if we don't take it a little easier, be a little bit smarter in how we go about things like that.
The third candidate asking for your vote for mayor is Dennis Perot. Perot is a chartered accountant and business owner. And after serving 2 consecutive terms as city councilor, he's following his political aspirations and genuine passion for the community, all in a quest for the job of mayor. Perot stands firmly on the decisions made by he and other council members over the years to help move the city forward. And if elected as mayor, he would like to attract new companies to the city.
The one area that I see as being, I wouldn't call it the new frontier, but it seems to be the new big business is wind. That's not a secret that there are a number of global wind companies that are looking to invest significant monies right here in Southwest Saskatchewan. They believe Southwest Saskatchewan is where they've got the greatest opportunity to harness wind. Given that we have a provincially regulated utility, they see that as being favorable, something easy for them to tie into on a grid. So I actually think wind is going to be our next, I think, big business for our community and for the Southwest, and I'm excited for that.
Perot stresses the need for open communication between City Hall and that of local residents, and proposes to have office hours at City Hall for the general public to stop by and discuss various concerns with him. However, as far as more open debate during City Council meetings, he had these comments.
But for the most part, the business of the city is administrative. And I mean, these are business board meetings where public are invited to come and watch. But I don't always think it lends itself to debate. You know, people, when they watch Question Period, both federally and provincially, they see 2 sides, a left and a right, and they're fighting, like they're absolute fighting. And that'll, in my opinion, never happen at our municipal level because there are not political parties sitting in that room. There are 7 independent board members that are there because they want to be and because they've been elected by the people of Swift Current to represent all of them together. We don't have wards, so there's no south versus north or east versus west. It's collectively, we all represent the 18,000 health card carrying members of our city.
This concludes our Southwest TV News series spotlighting all of the candidates running for Swift Current City Council. Now it's up to you, the voter, to make your choice, either at advance polls or on Election Day on October 26th. Starting in December, Swift Current residents will be paying a new long-term care levy on an annual basis to help the city cover the costs of construction of the Meadows. The new Cypress Regional Hospital in Swift Current opened in 2007, a facility which was constructed through shared dollars between the province, Swift Current, and the surrounding municipalities. To date, Swift Current residents have paid an annual hospital levy to cover the city's commitment of $13 million for the project. At the recent City Council meeting, a report was brought forward noting that the hospital levy is now completed, and starting in December, Swift Current residents will now pay an annual levy to cover the $9.8 million committed by the city for the new long-term care facility known as the Meadows. A levy which will span 30 years, thanks to an agreement with the province.
That was a P3 for the province. It was a public-private partnership where they brought in a private company to build that facility in regards to their financing and whatnot. So because it's a unique and new arrangement, that's what made it different than old ones where we just had to take out a lump sum of debt and pay it off over time. So it's not a debt obligation for the city now. It's just a funding commitment that we've got. And so again, I look at the advantages of why governments are starting to explore these P3s or partnerships with private individuals or groups beyond traditional financing is because they're important and they can be highly advantageous for taxpayers in building out infrastructure in your community.
Schaefer further says that the new long-term care levy will see an ease on the pocketbook of local residents and commercial property owners.
So for residences, it's traditionally been $100 a household per year for the hospital, and now it's going to drop to $35. So $65 savings on every house, which is pretty significant when you think about that's, you know, roughly what tax increases have been the last couple of years. So that's pretty significant, and even more so for commercial. It was a tiered system for commercial, and we had some commercial businesses in Swift Current paying, you know, as high as just about $1,000 a year, and they're going to get a 65% reduction as well.
The new long-term care levy will see the City of Swift Current pay its commitment to the project at a rate of $327,450 per year, interest-free, over 30 years.
Kids grow up in a hurry. Families grow up in a hurry. People should cherish every moment and every day with the people you love.
To meet the needs of a growing community, the City of Swift Current is embarking on a new transportation master plan. Back in 2011, the City of Swift Current initiated the design of a transportation master plan, which was fully funded by the Ministry of Highways and Infrastructure, coinciding with their partnership in the Urban Highway Connector program. Now, 5 years later, with several new neighborhoods and other areas of growth, Mayor and Council have approved the fee of $56,520 to WSP to update the plan.
The master plans are great guiding documents for administration and council to help us in our decision making, so that we're disciplined in what we're doing, so that we're spending our efforts and resources on the best priority for the city. So they're really important for us to have and provide transparency for all our citizens to see where we're going and what we're working on.
A new transportation master plan which will further identify high traffic areas, the need for additional street lights, and more. An overall process which will take approximately 6 months by WSP before it's brought to council and then unveiled to the public. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at southwesttvnews.com. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.